Hey everyone, so you may not know this, but I host Dough Meets every month in London. And if you want the details, they're in the description below. But this amazing person called Tami, who is this person, lovely picture here, she came in like this and it was absolutely amazing. She was just like so fabulous. I loved her so much. So, anyway, I decided to do a version of her. So, the minute I got home, I was like, how am I going to do this? What do I need? I just had to do it. You know, when you just have those like thoughts in your head. So this is a version of her. So I'm kind of doing, what's it called? Life imitating art, imitating life, or the other way around, because I guess she was dressed as a Barbie. But anyway, so I am washing this doll's hair. Now I'm using hair conditioner rather than shampoo. I've heard that's a lot better. This is a vintage Barbie, like from the 70s, I guess, 80s. And I'm washing her hair because it doesn't feel that bad. It feels a little bit dirty, but not that bad. But if you actually look, in a moment, you will see the water. It's so dirty, and I didn't realize this until I poured the water away. I was like, "Oh my god, it's so filthy." But yeah, if you see it here, the water is so gross. So gross. But anyway, I suggest you wash the doll's hair because it just makes it a bit more nicer to work with and it feels a bit nicer as well. So now I'm just going to leave it to dry naturally. I'm not going to blow dry or anything because this hair is quite brittle. It's quite old. So I'm just going to leave it on the side for a bit. And then once it's a bit drier, I'm using a bit of string. I don't like cutting these vintage Barbie's hairs because they're really old and I just don't like doing it. I think it's like part of the charm of it, part of the story of these really old dolls. I mean, they're from the 80s, 90s maybe. So I feel like the hair, unless it's really bad condition, I'd rather not cut it. I'd rather just, style it like I'm doing here, just a bit of string, but I'm not cutting it because it's just part of it for me. It's part of the story of this doll. So what I'm doing here is there is boiling hot water in the cup and I am just gonna dunk her head in. I want her to have the style of the hair where it's kind of relaxed down over the top of her head. And boiling water really helps if you want to restyle it. I've seen people do it on pans of boiling water. I don't do that because I don't have a pan to do that with. I'd rather just do it with a hot, like just boiled water, which works fine for this type of hair. So all I'm doing here is while it's still kind of wet, I'm just combing it into place and then I'm going to leave it to dry and then hopefully it will like stay in shape. And as you can see, it dries really well. It kind of holds the shape. It's exactly what I want. So next I am going to do her dress. Now I'm going to do something I've not done before with this dress. I'm doing a technique where you gather netting on a base fabric. So what I'm doing here, as you can see, I've made the base dress, which is on this polyester, and then I am layering this netting on top of it. And I'm layering it quite roughly. As you can see here, this is the kind of effect you get. So I have literally just stitched the edges of within the seam allowance of the netting, and then I've cut it away and I've done it to the back pieces as well, and then I'm gonna sew it on the sides and the shoulder, and it's not actually that hard to do. You just need to be quite patient. And now I'm just going to lay the facing on top of it because you need a facing if you're going to do this. You can't just turn it back. It's really, really thick to do. I've done it on the sleeve, and I'm also going to add a ruffle on the middle of the sleeve as well. So it gives a nice ruffle effect where on one sleeve. It looks like this. Really, really like it. And now I'm going to add the sleeve and the bodice pieces together. So it's going to be a one sleeve dress. It wasn't that hard to do, if I'm going to be honest. It's definitely worth doing practice run if you're going to try this technique. This is what I did. I practiced on a little piece earlier. So yeah, but it's actually quite easy to do. Now I'm just going to add the Velcro fastening at the back so she can get in and out. And I've just closed the hem and the dress is done. And yeah, easy as that. Now I'm going to dress her. And of course, she looks fabulous. I would suggest if you're going to do this, put some maybe some what's this thing called again? Oh my gosh, my brain has gone like echoey. Double-sided tape. I always put double-sided tape on dresses that are just covering the bust. I always put it on the bust itself, so it holds in place. It's a really easy thing to do. I really like doing that because then you don't have the dress dropping or her, her boobies falling out. So yes, definitely do, as you can see here, So just push it on, make sure it's secure on the double side tape, and she's ready to go. Look at her, she looks really, really good. Now I'm going to do the shoes. Now, these Barbies have flat feet, but they are really wide. So I don't have many shoes. So I have literally just spray painted these white. I don't have white shoes to fit these dolls. I don't know where you get them from. If you do know, please drop me a line, drop me a message. But anyway, I had to just repaint it. So now I am doing the jewelry. I have this bit of like costume jewelry, like bling bling from somewhere, and I've just attached it to a chain with a eyelet of a hoop, a jump hoop I think it's called, to make her necklace. And the next thing I am doing now is I'm doing her bracelet, not her bracelet, her waist belt thing. If you watch my previous video, you know that everything I'm doing going forward is for my convention, and everything is flower related. So the theme for all of my dolls is flower fantasy. So everything has a touch of floral in it, and so this is what I'm doing. I'm doing a floral belt for her. So again, it's really, really simple. I've got these beads from, I think I got these from Hobbycraft or something. I can't quite remember. And I'm just putting them onto a little chain. Again, these are kind of resources that you can get quite easily online on Hobbycraft. Once I've done the whole belt for her, I'm just going to pull it on. And there you go. It looks quite pretty. This is all quite pink and fabulous. I found this tiara in a charity shop, I believe. And I'm just going to sew it in place because it hasn't got any like clips or anything on it. And then I have these fabulous glasses. Again, I think I got these from a charity shop or something. I made this bag and I made some other things, and they are on my Patreon if you want to find out how I did it. I have a step-by-step. So yes, if you want to find out, just please subscribe to that. Some things are free, like the bags. Other things I have behind the scenes. But if you want to find out how I make these bags, please follow my Patreon. The description is in the link, or the link is in my descriptions, if I meant to say that. But they're super, super cute. They're really, really easy to do. And they are so fun. Like, look at little Tiffany's one. They are so fun. So, yeah, it kind of like just adds something to it. But this is the before, and just a reminder of Tami, the amazing Tami. So I want to do something like her, and this is what she looks like now. Yes, she looks amazing. I love her. I love the bags. I love the dress. I love that she is just super fabulous and pink. I mean, come on. So yes, if you like this video, please subscribe. Please leave a comment. If you don't like this video, please subscribe anyway, because that really helps. Again, if you want to follow my subscription, my Patreon things, details are in the description. I also am doing a convention next year, which I've mentioned before. If you want tickets, again, everything is in my description. So yes, I do have a lot going on, but I try to put everything together now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for rambling on a bit, but thank you very much. And hope you have a lovely day. Okay, thank you, bye.